Hey, this is Derek Jordan. Welcome to the World Fusion Show, where we bring you the leading innovators in world fusion music. Today, my guest is Gharana Fusion, represented by Susnata Har, and he's joining us from India. The group is a trio with him on electric guitar, bansuri, flute, and percussion. Welcome, Susnata Har, to the World Fusion Show.
Hi, hello.
Hey, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing quite fine, and it's lovely to meet you for this World Fusion show.
Great, thank you. Very much my pleasure to have you. I haven't had that many Indian guests, but I'm trying to always find more wonderful people from all over the world to bring to our audience. So what does Gharana mean? Gharana Fusion is the name of your trio.
Yeah, so Gharana Fusion is the name of our fusion band. And this term Gharana actually means our own style. The style, you can say, like we play from our emotions, from our traveling to different places, from our mixing with the mother nature. So these beautiful, all these things actually influence us a lot. So we produce music like that as our emotions and mind dictates.
That's great. So now I'd love to get a little bit into your background. I think you were born in Calcutta, and you've lived in India your whole life, I think, right? Travel.
I was born and brought up in Calcutta. It's a beautiful city in East India, and also traveled to different places and countries for performing concerts, some workshops, etc.
Yeah, that's great. So now, how did you get into music? What started you?
Actually, it's a long time back, like after I passed my grade 10. So I was quite influenced by music of Yanni, Hans Zimmer, Ancient Future, and the legendary Ananda Shankar of India. So all this influenced me to get into this music learning first, because music is such a universal language. So it always attracts people, attracts different kind of minds.
Yeah, definitely. So how old were you when you started playing? I think you said you started on piano originally.
Yeah. So I started after my schooling. High school, I started learning the piano and then moved to keyboards. So I practiced and played keyboards in different college festivals and, art shows, exhibitions, different music cafes. And then I started shifting to guitar, because what I personally feel, the guitar actually I use as a lead instrument, and also but the keyboard actually I used to do some backing, some gorgeous fillers and all these things with the keyboard. So there is this big difference between playing the guitar as a lead musician and playing keyboard as backing or something, some beautiful pads or strings, gorgeous strings, something like that.
Right. And you play electric guitar, and that's your main instrument. But you told me you were self-taught and really learned a lot on the internet from watching various songs.
Yes. I learned some basics of guitar from YouTube, and one fantastic guitar player, Mr. Justin Sanderco. And this actually helped, but most of the time I started practicing some finger exercises and some scales and moods of the guitar, and thus I developed a very unique style of playing. And also, as we grew up in India, so the Indian classical music, Indian folk music used to influence us a lot. So you can say it is in our blood and gene. So that style of playing also got into my style of guitar playing. It's very creative guitar playing, very unique.
Yeah, and I would say for sure your music is a fusion. And I hear in your playing a lot of influence of rock guitar in what you play. Now, I want to go to our first video, and the trio you use is bansuri and percussionist and yourself on electric guitar. Tell us a little bit about this video we're going to see.
So this video is actually called The Night Sky. And this composition happened when I used to live in a rooftop room setup with a big open terrace in front. So I had the opportunity to spend many nights sitting on the open area, and also sometimes, with my acoustic guitar and gazing at the stars and the night sky above. So I like, many times the cool breeze and the beautiful fragrance of the flowers from the surrounding trees and gardens created a very magical and dreamy feeling and ambience. And when you look up at the night sky, something very special happens. The feel of the vastness and the broadness of one's soul and mindset. So it is reflected in the video.
Thank you. That's great. I'm sure it was beautiful. Let's go to the video right now.
Yeah, sure.
We are back with Susnata Har and Gharana Fusion. I wanted to ask you about touring because you've traveled quite a bit to a bunch of countries. Where have you been?
So we have traveled for performing music in different countries, mainly in Europe, then East Europe, some in Russia, Northwest Russia, some in Middle East also, and then Nepal in India. So like Nepal, and then Latvia, Sweden, Armenia, Georgia, St. Petersburg in Russia, then Egypt, Oman, and United Arab Emirates, and all these things. Beautiful places and beautiful people, beautiful cultures.
Oh, that's great. So tell us a little bit about this next video we're going to see.
Yeah, so this video is called Flights of Fantasy. So the main idea is like, as human beings, in different phases of life, different kinds of fantasies keep happening in our minds. So some are beautiful, some are wild, some are towards a specific, towards a certain aim, like this, etc. So we keep moving through you can say a stream of emotions, like very much like when we take flights to travel around various places, various countries, meeting beautiful people and enjoying their traditions, history, everything. So this we composed as the Flights of Fantasy.
All right. Sounds great. Let's go to the video right now.
Yeah, sure.
right, we are back with Susnata Har and Gharana Fusion. I wanted to ask you about your CDs because you have a couple that people can find on your website. We'll be listing at the end of the show.
Definitely.
Tell us about that process of making them.
Yeah, so we generally mostly love to play live, but sometimes, there is a demand for CDs and for music downloads and all those things. So we came up with this Care of Dreams CD, our debut CD in 2009, long time back, in fact. So we used to have some sitar tone in that, some keyboard, good backing, some tabla, pakwaj, and all these things. So this is the first CD we have, Care of Dreams. And after that, many years we performed in different countries. We were not in the studio. And last year, 2021, we released the Tides of Time CD. So Tides of Time CD has more world fusions kind of sound and different, some rare instruments we have used, like different folk instruments, all these things we have used actually. And also we don't play drums, we play a semi-percussion setup with cajon, djembe, and some cymbal effects, some kamok, kanjiral, like all these things. And this is called Tides of Time. Both are available in our website, and also anybody can purchase from the Bandcamp.
That's really great. So we're going to go to our next video. Please.
Sure. So this next one is called Akuda. So in this world, there are so many cultures, traditions, historical incidents which have evolved through different religions and beliefs of the people from different countries. And most of us believe in gods, goddesses, some spiritual effects, and also perform many rituals in our religious venues for peace and welfare for everybody. But many times, actually, we forget that the almighty power is one for all. God is within us, in our good deeds, helping others, and living in harmony among all the diversities. So this is what you have, Akuda.
That's great. All right, let's watch this video right now. We are back with Susnata Har and Gharana Fusion. I wanted to just ask you about your philosophy in purpose in your music and what you're trying to do with your music in reaching people.
As I told, like, music is fantastic. It's a fantastic medium and the universal language, and it's very powerful. It carries a very powerful message. Like we as a people, we should live in harmony, because we are born once in a lifetime. In fact, we should celebrate life with all the arts and cultures and meeting people and all those things. And music is so beautiful; it can connect all the people in one single stream. That is the magic of music. And also we are trying to reach out to different people with some message, because our music combines some messages from the environment, mother nature, mother earth, caring for the mother earth, and finally the universal power and the cosmic energy, the bonding between a mother and child, and helping others, supporting people, supporting underprivileged, and all these things we should be together in the world, because we live only once in our lifetime. So why not?
Yeah, that's right. So I want to go to our last video. Tell us about that.
Okay. So this is a multi-rhythmic composition called Ecstasy, and it consists of 5 different rhythm patterns: rhythm of 11, rhythm of 5, rhythm of 4, rhythm of 12, and rhythm of 14. It has in it. So I am a very adventurous person, and many times in my past, I used to ride my Royal Enfield motorbike and used to visit amazing places, mountains, rivers and valleys, all this in North India, actually. So while riding through the highways on my bike and crossing the scenic geographies and nature, there was a feel good kind of emotion, which used to match uniquely with the that heavy thumping sound of my motorbike. That resulted in the humming of a very nice tune with different patterns, that resulted in those different rhythm patterns on different days. So it was totally composed that way on my motorbike only. We never sat to write down or play guitar and then think and experiment like that. The whole composition happened on my bike over the months.
That's
so
great.
It's called Ecstasy. Thank you.
That's so cool. I know it's great because it's so interesting where these inspirations come from, often from unexpected places.
Mother Nature is our biggest teacher, you can say.
That's right. Okay.
It has helped us compose.
So let's go to the video right now and watch this. Beautiful.
Yeah, sure.
Music. right, we are back with Susnata Har and Gharana Fusion. And thank you. I just wanted to thank you, Susnata, for joining us today and sharing your music with our audience. I'm sure they're going to love it.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure, Mr. Derry. And I guess that everybody going to love and like our music and our passion, actually, what we are doing for the World Fusion. Jonah, thank you.
I'm sure they will. Thank you so much. Take care now. Hey, this is Derek Jordan. Thank you for joining us today on the World Fusion Show. It's been great to have you, and we have lots more wonderful shows coming up. Please share the show on YouTube, on Facebook, on your social media, and let people know about this so we can continue to spread our message of diversity through inclusiveness with our global audience. Thank you so much. And I just want to thank our wonderful private sponsors, Mackenzie Family Charitable Trust, Chris Pratt, Ron Dans, and Nancy Feinberg, for your generous support. And remember, think globally, listen locally, and support independent music.